Today's topic of discussion is simp. So in today's society, there is a pandemic when it comes to beta male simps spreading like a wild virus all over society. Predominantly more than 90% of men in today's society are simps. They are seeking a woman's attention, they're seeking their validation, and they're begging for them to go on a date with them because they feel so deficient and insecure within themselves that they're not able to satisfy a woman with their internal. So we're going to be discussing some key characteristics of what a simp is and how these guys here have got all these weak beta male tendencies within them. So first point is external. If you look at social media, for example, scroll through all these guys' profiles. So all your friends, go to your following, go to all of their profile. You'll see how pretty much all these beta males, more than 90% of them, they all are external based. So they are leading with their materialism, they are leading with their outfit, their haircut, whatever type of nonsense they've got going on for themselves. And it's all superficial, yeah? The thing is, with women can see right through a guy, yeah? So when a guy is speaking, let's say in front of the camera, or if a guy is speaking on social media, or if a guy speaks to her in real life, women are really able to, they're very socially aware to see right through a guy. So when they see a guy, right, who's external based and how he's leading with his external metrics. So let's say he's got a car, right? He's going to be trying to flex on her and he's going to say, oh yeah, I'll pick you up in this car, and I'll drop you off, and he's trying to flex it. Or if he's got a certain outfit on, he'll wear all of his designer clothing and he'll want to make sure that, oh yeah, I've got my outfit on to try and impress her. Women sense and see all this nonsense that these beta males are doing. So guys who are leading with the external, it just shows that they are deficient from within. This is what it is. Guys who are masculine, guys who are secure within themselves, guys who have high amount of confidence, they don't need to have an expensive outfit on or an expensive car and pick her up and see that, this woman here is, if I don't have these things here, the woman's not going to like me. That right there, that kind of mindset there, it just shows you that guy is a simp because he's leading with his external things rather than who he is as a person. So you see so many guys in their profiles, right? They're always trying to get a woman to see their materialistic things and to see their external things. And they're not able to speak from their own perspective and their own viewpoint because they feel that they are deficient from within. So this is what it is. So when women see that, they can sense that. Hence why they're not attracted to that. You understand? So you guys, you want to be them type of guys who are filtering women and you're seeing a woman as, this woman here has to impress me and has to win me over. I'm not trying to win any woman over. If you're trying to win a woman over by wearing a certain outfit or having a certain car or a certain house or X amount of money or whatever the case is, and try and lead with that, guess what? Those women that you're going to be attracting is the low quality women, and those are the women who are going to be extracting as much money from you as possible. They're going to treat you as an ATM machine. So this is what's happening with these guys. So whenever I see a guy's profile on social media, for example with Instagram, and I see how he's flexing with the external materialism, that beta male is attracting all these low quality women and he's simping. And I'm telling you, bet you anything, these same guys, I've had conversations with them, they're taking these women out to expensive restaurants, spending hundreds of pounds, on the first date. Like, it's crazy. I know one guy, for example, he spent over £400 and then he tried to reach out to her afterwards and she didn't even bother replying to him. It just shows you how, I was telling him as well, I was like to him, look, you've been leading with your external, so when you've taken this woman to an expensive restaurant and now she's not replying to you, like what did you expect? Because you was trying to lead with your wallet. That's what it is. So these guys here, they're leading with their wallet, they're leading with the external, and that's why women are getting turned off by this, because it shows that this guy here is not secure within himself, and he's got a low amount of confidence. So that leads us to the next point when it comes to needy behavior. So the simps are very needy. They're constantly texting a woman, they're double texting, triple texting, constantly phoning her, constantly saying, oh, please, please, please be in a relationship with me. It's just disgusting. This behavior here is not attractive. Yeah, even these women who are low quality sket type girls, yeah, they're getting bombarded with all these DMs, yeah, on social media. These women here, low quality ones who are doing OnlyFans and stuff like that, yeah, and you've got all these beta males who are needy in the comment section. None of those women respect any of those beta males in the comment section. And if you notice as well, they don't like any of their messages either. Yeah, and they don't even bother replying to them. And the ones who are replying to them as well and liking their messages, because they're extracting as much money as they can from them. So this is what it is. These women here, they don't want any of these guys here, because these are all turn-offs for a woman. So anytime a woman is not getting on your program, you need to just withdraw your communication, yeah, and use that attention on your purpose. So that's what it is. When a woman's not cooperating, right, you go back to your purpose. You continue working on your purpose. Do you understand? And then you speak to other girls, yeah. So, but if you keep on chasing after a woman, this one woman, you're trying to lock her down, that's never going to work, because she's repulsed by that. It's a woman's duty to try and lock you down in a relationship, because you're a man of value. Do you understand? Your value is higher. So if your value is higher than the woman, it's her job to try and lock you down. Do you understand, guys? So showing any type of needy behavior, if a woman is not responding to, let's say, your DMs, or you've said to her, oh yeah, you want to meet her, and she's saying, oh yeah, sorry, I can't, or I'm busy, or whatever the case is, stop replying to her. Yeah, give it a couple weeks. Yeah, zero communication, give it a couple weeks. Yeah, and then hit her up. If she doesn't want to respond to that again, and she's saying, oh yeah, coming up with the excuses, that's it. You just leave her to the sidelines. Do you understand? Until she comes back, until she apologizes, and she shows that she starts to show a bit of respect and actually start to value you and to respect you, that's where it is. Then you can continue the conversation with her. So with girls, right, so certain girls that I've spoken to, they'll play these games, right, because they know full well, right, that I'm not interested in getting into a relationship with them, because they don't tick all my requirements, right? So then certain times they'll play games to be like, oh yeah, try and get me to become emotionally attached and to chase after them and to start becoming needy. And guess what I do? I just unsend my messages. So with Instagram, right, for example, you can unsend your messages. I'll unsend my messages and I'll stop hitting her up for weeks and then months at a time certain times. Do you understand? I don't play. These girls, they know that, and that's what it is. The respect goes up more and more every single week on week on week on week. When she sees that, wow, this guy here, he hasn't hit me up in months. Yeah, months. He's talking to other girls. I've made it clear that when I'm talking to a girl, I've made it clear that I'm talking to other girls, and she knows that, and she's like, oh my days, this guy hasn't hit me up in so long now, and I'm gonna reach out to him now. And that's why these girls do. They'll end up sending you a message, So don't be that needy type of guy. Let things play out and then continue working on your purpose. And then the next point after that was no options. So the beta male simp, he lacks options. And this is what it is. So a guy who lacks options, he's going to be constantly messaging this one girl, constantly phoning her, constantly sending her messages, sending her 10 messages in the day, yeah, throughout the day. He's got nothing else going for himself. That's why you see these loser type guys who are constantly phoning and constantly messaging girls. Like myself, I only text girls in the nighttime, yeah? In the late evening, in the nighttime. That's when I've done all my other duties in the day, yeah? Then I'm like, alright, cool, I'm going to talk to these girls here, yeah? Less than an hour max. Half an hour to about an hour or so. It's not even an hour. Like with the text messages, it's like less than half an hour. I'm like, sending 1 minute text message, that's it. I can't be bothered to even talk to these girls half the time anyway. A lot of them, so that's what I do. I just filter them with my requirements. Send them send them my requirements. The ones who tick it, cool, we can move forward. The ones who don't, that's it. Stays right there. I'm not trying to continue then. Do you understand? Because I know full well I've got the ultimate abundance mindset to know that women don't tick this requirements, want to move on to another girl. A lot of these beta males, certain beta males, they've said to me, you're disqualifying like 90% of girls. I'm like, yeah, but that's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? I'm disqualifying 90% of girls because more than 90% of girls don't tick what I'm looking for. Yeah, why am I going to waste my time with girls who don't tick my requirements and girls who are not at my level or who are, around my level? Yeah, I want to speak to girls who are actually, of value and who have some potential in them. Yeah, the ones who don't have potential in them, I'm not trying to entertain. So these guys here, they've got that scarcity mindset, and they think that, as soon as they come across that one girl, she's somewhat attractive, let me try and lock her down in a relationship. And there's no bigger turn off to a woman than when a guy hasn't got any options, yeah? And then that woman there is his best option, yeah? That woman sees that guy and says, this guy here, right? No other woman wants him. And then when no other woman wants that guy, he's clearly not of value. So a guy of value, multiple women want him across life and across the board, yeah? Several women. So having options, it shows to yourself that you are a man of value. And then more importantly, it shows to flip in any woman who tries to come across and tries to show any type of disrespect to you. She knows full well her spot is easily replaceable. Yeah? You're not here to play any games with her. If she's trying to play games with you and she's trying to mess around with you, guess what? She's got another girl right there, yeah, who's going to take her spot. So that's what it is with the no options. So beta male simps, they ain't got no options. And then the final point is insecure. So the beta male simp is insecure within himself. He feels as though that he's not good enough for a woman. So there's a feeling in all women, it's called hypergamy. Hypergamy can only be satisfied when she sees a man who is superior to her. Yeah? When that guy is secure within himself, he's got a high amount of confidence within himself and he's able to attract multiple women. Yeah, that's a guy who's secure within himself and that's a guy who has options. But the opposite of that is a guy who's insecure, who's got no options, he's constantly needy, he's constantly begging her, constantly texting her, constantly phoning her, and she's just losing more and more interest and more and more respect each and every single day. So that guy there, yeah, he's not going to be able to perform well when it comes to attracting women. So there's both sides to it. There's attracting women and then there's the long-term relationships as well. So with the long-term relationships with a woman, she needs to always maintain that high level of respect for you. Because if she doesn't, and she starts to see how you don't have options or you start to lack options, then that's going to be a turn off for her and then she'll eventually exit. Do you understand? So you need to be that guy who's secure within himself and you're not trying to impress the woman and not trying, say, I've got this job or I've got this job title or I'm doing this or I'm earning X amount. Don't do any of those things there because it shows insecurity and it shows weakness. Yeah. A man of value is mysterious. That's why women are attracted to guys who are mysterious. She can't pinpoint what he's doing, Certain times you could be out and about here. Certain times you could be talking to this girl here. Certain times he's working on his purpose, doing other things. That sense of mystery is what women are thinking about. So when they're thinking about him, they're thinking, what is he up to? With the other beta male and the beta male simp, she already knows what he's doing. He's texting her. That's what it is. He's texting her. He's begging her. He's phoning her. He's sending her like 100 DMs. So she knows exactly what he's doing. That guy there, yeah, he's trying to just get in her pants. That's what it is. But the other guy over there, yeah, who's not really giving her much attention, she's thinking to herself, well, what's going on here? I need to do more investigation. That's what these girls are at. Certain girls, what they do is they throw the block card at you and then for that time period, they're just stalking you. They're expecting you to start chasing after them. As soon as you don't chase them, you don't do anything, yeah? They're watching you from the burner account to the burner account or her friends' accounts here, and then she's seeing, okay, what's he up to? Oh, what's Omar up to? Oh, I'm gonna watch his stories, I'm gonna watch his reels that he's creating, and I'm gonna get more information about him, see what he's up to. That right there, yeah, that's what you want a woman. That woman there shows high burning desire and high attraction. And that right there, yeah, that's the type of woman you want. You want a woman who's stalking you, obsessed with you, and she's constantly thinking about you. That right there is really attractive. A lot of guys, they don't have that in relationships. They've never experienced that, and they don't know what it feels like to have a woman like that, to be constantly, texting you and constantly phoning you, and to be constantly, stalking you. Guys haven't experienced that. So when you experience that as well, you know full well that's really, really attractive, and that right there is what is a good relationship for a man. Because a woman who doesn't give a damn, she don't really care what you're doing. She don't even care about nothing. So she's not even stalking your, social media. She's not even trying to have a conversation with you or anything like that. And she's not showing any type of interest towards you. How's that going to be a good relationship? It isn't. So just to wrap up, the external is all the materialism, all the flashy lifestyle. That's what the beta simp is pushing out there. That's what he's going to be pushing on social media. And he feels insecure and deficient in other areas of life. So he has to lead with his external in order to get a woman's attention. And that attention that he's getting from the women, those women there are just going to be treating him as an ATM machine and extract as much attention and resources as they can from him. And the next point after that was needy. So when a guy is needy, right, he'll be constantly messaging her, constantly phoning her, constantly chasing after her, constantly asking her, oh yeah, have I done something wrong? How can I improve? How can I do this? How can I do that? Have I done something that's made you put off by me? These are all needy type behavior, all beta tendencies. So these kind of guys here, yeah, hence why women just keep on disrespecting them. Yeah. So always, at all times, all points in time, whenever you speak to a woman, you want to maintain that level of respect there for yourself. So it goes back to self-respect, high self-respect for yourself. And you're not that type of guy to be giving attention to a woman who doesn't value it and doesn't appreciate it. And the next point after that was no options. So the simp hasn't got no options. Hence why he's trying to beg a woman, trying to do all of this craziness, is because he's not able to get a woman at her level or higher. And then the woman sees that and senses that. So when a woman comes across a guy who actually is a man of value, and that guy there has got options, guess what? She's going to be trying to chase after that guy. She's going to be trying to study that guy and try and stalk that guy and do whatever she needs to do to try and lock down that guy. Because she knows full well that guy there's not many of them. It's less than 10% of men. And then the final point after that was insecure. So the simp is insecure within himself. He has a low amount of confidence. He is somebody who has a low amount of self-esteem, and he's not able to satisfy a woman with his own internal. So he feels deficient within that. And that's what it is. When they're deficient within that and they're insecure within themselves, woman's not going to be attracted to that. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.